Here's a quick attempt to guide you through all of my Eurorack stuff. I don't want to take too long, so let's get started. So this is the latest rack that I created myself. It is kind of Eurorack, but not quite. It uses the standard aluminum with the M3 bolts. I built a power supply for it, which you can see to the left. It uses a AC input and then makes it into minus 12, 12 and 5 volts. Next to that is my PS2 keyboard, which is over here, to MIDI translator. So anything goes in on the PS2 comes out on MIDI, but it also comes out as CV. The gate has a light that lights up. Obviously you don't hear it anymore once I do that. Next to that is the module that divides, so any signal going in here is comes out there and then divided by 2, divided by 4, 6, etc. As you can see, I'm using the Creative Audio covers, although I don't have enough to cover everything. This is the Arturia Microbrute. I got it from Shonda, and this was actually the first thing I got that had a little patch panel, and that's why I decided to buy all the rest of Eurorack. Behind there you see my full built synthesizer that I made myself. To the left the Katoomba module, which is a triple LFO. Next to that the sequencer. There is the attack decay release. And then next to that we have the VCA and mixer. That is the VCO based on the CEM3340. Next to that we have the filter, which is currently used as a low-pass gate. Next to that we have the drum sequencer, which has backlights that show which patterns it is doing. Next to that a drum module, which has from the top down metallic sound, noise, 2 toms. There's another mixer, and to the right is the headphone output, as well as a MIDI converter that uses the MIDI input that is there at the top. Then we have the black box, which I made, which contains 3 different random A minor chords, something controlled from 0 to 5 volts and from 5 volt to 0 volt, a permanent 5 volt output, a LFO that uses a square wave or a triangle wave, in plus, in minus, carrier and output for the ring modulator. Next to that is the same noise generator that we have there, but then pulled out separately because I actually thought it had a pretty good sound. Then there's a high pass filter which doesn't work really well. There's a trigger that does a decay. And next to that we have gate to 1 trigger and gate to 2 triggers. So clock up down is a trigger, or only up is a trigger. And then we get to the Nifty case, which is the first modular system that I bought. It has, of course, the cells, which I expanded with a little board that gives me gate input and CV input for the cells. This allows me to use it as a quantizer. There's the chips, the filter, which was the next module that I bought. There's the delightful 2K that has 2 clocks that basically rotate around each other. I do like the whole set of modules from, this set of modules, the dreadbox ones, the chromatic series. These are the 4 that I have. From those, the Ataxia was the hardest to get and the most useful, although the Eudaimonia is actually very nice as well. Then I got an expansion case because 84 HP wasn't enough, and in that I started out with the Paradox, the UCT. The Paradox is very nice because it gives you 2 oscillators that can play well with each other. The Filthy is a very nice filter. The Monsoon, obviously, I think everyone should have something similar to a Monsoon, also because of the effects that it can generate. There's the Nano Rings. I probably should have gotten the After Later audio version, but I didn't know it existed, so I got that one. There's 2 distinct Mark IVs, which I have both set to F6 for creating random voltages. The A130A, the basically 8 VCAs, because you really can never have enough VCAs. And then there's the noise generator next to that. In the corner we have still the MCO wavetable module, the pocket operator drum machine, another random MIDI notes generator that I built that can be hooked up to the Nifty case, and after that one of my first projects, a device that allows you to sync between the pocket calculator, the Arturia and Eurorack. Furthermore, we use of course the Mauki for mixing everything. We have the Zoom Multi-Stomp 70 CDR for additional effects. I'm using these free PC speakers for sound. I know, terrible, but it works. There's a little monitor that I am not actually using at the moment, but it is hooked up to this little PC that I can be used for some VST modules. And finally at the top here is one of my favorite synthesizers, which is the Yamaha CS, which is very nice for sound, but it also has quite a pleasant MIDI output that I can use. Anyway, that's it for the modules, and hopefully I can explain more next time in detail of the various aspects that you saw here.